Dear tracker of tales, sleeper of nights, and mighty skipper of cutscenes, welcome to the colony, a magical prison full of filth, betrayal, rusty swords, and men who'd kill you for half a loaf of bread or just because they're bored. This is not a vacation. This is a test. Would you survive inside the barrier? Let's find out. Spoiler alert. Probably not. Chapter 1. Prologue. The world is a prison. The war burned for years. Steel against claw, flesh against tusk. Robar II, the hammer of the realm, was out of options and out of ore. No ore, no swords, no soldiers, no soldiers, no crown. So they built a prison, not just for men, for a problem, a magic dome, forged by 12 of the most powerful mages alive. They chanted in the old tongue, poured their strength into it, bent the air itself until it broke. And when the dust settled, the Valley of Mines was gone, locked away beneath the sky of shattered glass, beautiful, cursed, eternal. Inside, murderers, rebels, thieves, anyone the crown wanted to forget. Outside, tired soldiers. Orders simple, throw in the next. They come for you at night. No trial, no last rites, no name, just a sentence. Into the colony. You try to scream. The gag is tight. Your wrists bleed from the rope. You were a messenger once. Fast, clever. Stole a letter from the wrong noble's desk. Thought you could sell it. Turn a coin, leave the city. It wasn't even worth that much, but someone wanted you gone, and the colony doesn't ask questions. The guards wear crimson, faces like stone. They've done this 1,000 times. One unties your hands, the other shoves a satchel against your chest. Inside, a stale loaf, a chunk of raw meat, and an old map with 3 words scratched in the corner. Trust no one. Enjoy your stay, one mutters. The world tilts, gravity wins, and then you fall. The barrier shimmers above like broken glass. Silence. Then footsteps. A man approaches. Leather armor, confident walk. He looks you over like spoiled meat. Welcome to the colony, he says. Name's Diego. You'll be dead in a week if you don't listen. You try to speak. He raises a hand. 3 camps, 3 paths, 1 way out. And it's not through the barrier. You wanna live? You'll need protection, a weapon, and more ore than you've ever seen in your pathetic life. A distant howl cuts through the trees. That's a scavenger, he adds, casual. If you hear something bigger, run. He turns, walks away. You stand alone. Behind you, the cliff. Ahead, trees, smoke, eyes watching. Your stomach growls. Your palms bleed. Your map is already torn. And now, what do? Follow Diego and hope he tolerates you. Walk into the woods and die in your first fight? Look for others and pretend you're not afraid? The colony doesn't care, but I'll ask you again, would you survive inside the barrier? Chapter 2. First contact, you follow Diego, because he's the only one who didn't immediately punch you. He doesn't slow down, doesn't look back. Every so often he mutters something about the old camp, and not stepping off the path if you value your limbs. You pass trees that look like they've bled. You step over bones, human, probably. Your boots squish in something warm. You don't ask. Keep up, Diego says, or you'll feed the scavengers. And then you hear it, a soft hiss, and the scrape of claws on stone. Scavengers, 3 of them, crooked, hunched, feathery nightmares. Diego sighs like this is a chore. He draws a short sword. You grab a stick. He kills 2. You panic slap the 3rd. It bites your leg before Diego finishes it. Good, he says. You're bleeding already. That'll save time later. You approach the old camp. Stone towers rise in the distance, circled by wooden barricades and misery. The old camp, the original stronghold, Gomez's fortress. You pass a checkpoint, 2 guards in heavy armor with cruel grins. They look you over like they're pricing meat at a butcher stall. New one? Looks like he won't last till evening. Name? The other one growls. You stammer. They don't care. Keep moving and stay out of trouble. You enter the outer ring of the old camp, and the smell hits you. Sweat, blood, smoke, rotten meat. The streets are dirt. The buildings are worse. Shadows lean against walls, watching you like carrion birds. Butler carts roll by, full of awe and broken men. Someone's yelling in the distance, probably a beating. Then you meet Mud. Yes, him. A guy runs up to you, grinning like he's been dropped too many times as a child. Hey, I'm Mud. You're new, right? I can show you around. We're gonna be best friends. You walk faster. Don't worry, I'll catch up. You turn a corner. He's still there. Mud is the true curse of the colony. Not the sleeper, not the orcs. Mud. The food situation. You're starving. There's a butler selling half-burnt meat skewers for 2 lumps of ore. You don't have ore. You trade the satchel they threw in with you. You eat. You vomit. It still counts. The housing situation. You ask where to sleep. A man named Whistler offers a mattress in exchange for a favor. Something about getting a shirt back from another butler. You try to help. You get punched twice, but the shirt is returned. You sleep. It's damp. You hear crying in the night. Then laughter. Then silence. The weapon situation. You ask for a sword. People laugh. You get a rusty dagger. It's bent. You name it. Regret. 2 days. You haven't died yet. That's something. But your ore is gone. Your clothes are ragged. You've learned 2 things. 1. Everyone wants something. 2. No one gives anything for free. Even friendship is transactional here. Especially friendship. You're not strong. You're not smart. You're a worm in the mud. And the worms are watching. At the end of day 2, Diego finds you again. He doesn't smile. He never smiles. You're still breathing, he says. Maybe you're not completely useless. You'll need to pick a side soon. Old camp, new camp, or swamp camp. Choose wrong. And you'll wish you died to the scavenger. He leaves again. And you lie awake on your mattress of mildew, clutching your bent dagger, whispering to yourself, would I survive this place? Chapter 3. Choosing the Old Camp. Where loyalty is paid in ore and betrayal bleeds red, the other camps sound worse. You've heard whispers of the new camp's mercenaries gutting strangers for sport. The swamp camp swarming with zealots and smoke-thin logic. So you choose the devil you know. The old camp, Gomez's camp. It's the biggest, the best guarded, and from the outside it almost looks like order. That illusion won't last. The decision. Diego says the only way up is through trust or bribes. So you start running errands, delivering notes between shadows, carrying meat from the cookhouse to the arena, cleaning blood off the arena floor after fights. One day you find a tooth. You keep it, a souvenir of loyalty. Hierarchy 101. The old camp isn't just a place, it's a food chain. Butler, dirt, you, shadow, muscle with ambition. Guard, muscle with bloodstains. Gomez, god. You meet Thoros, the head of the guards. A brick of a man with a voice like gravel and patience thinner than parchment. You want in, he growls. Prove you can handle yourself and stop wasting air. Then he points you toward Bloodwin, your new protector. Bloodwin, your first real enemy. Bloodwind demands protection or every single day. You refuse once, just once. He knocks out 2 of your teeth. You pay the next morning, hand trembling. He smiles. That's worse than the punch. The arena where reputation is carved. The arena is the camp's coliseum. Every few days, butlers and shadows fight to earn respect or die trying. You are forced into a match. No armor, just your bent dagger and someone named Kurgo who's already killed 3 men. The crowd cheers. Someone chants your name, probably ironically. You dodge, swing, bleed, scream. Somehow Kurgo goes down first. You collapse. Not from victory, but disbelief. They drag you out, give you a torn cloth to press to your ribs. You're still a butler, but now they watch you, and that's a start. The castle, a glimpse of Gomez. One afternoon, Diego lets you tag along to the inner castle. Massive stone gates, heavy guards, thick tension. Inside, wine, silk, and steel. You see Gomez on his throne, surrounded by guards, smug, silent, suffocating power. He looks at you once. You feel smaller than dust. Don't look at him, Diego mutters. You don't ask why. You just look at the floor. Daily life becomes routine. You mine, you fight, you bribe. Every breath costs ore. Every smile hides a knife. You hear rumors of Raven, Gomez's right hand, ordering hits on shadows who got too ambitious. You stop making eye contact with people. Turn and point, loyalty or death. A shadow named Fisk offers you a deal. Smuggle ore from the mine and split it with him. If you do, and you're caught, Thoris will kill you. If you refuse, Fisk tells Bloodwind you've been bad-mouthing him. Choice. Take the risk, earn a real name, stay silent, stay invisible. You agree. That night, you slip ore out in your boot. It works, barely. You hide the ore under your mattress. You don't sleep. Fisk nods the next day. Nothing else, just the nod. But in the colony, that's the closest thing to trust you'll ever get. Weeks pass. You stop asking what time it is. You no longer flinch at screams. You no longer cry when your food is stolen. You belong now, not because they accepted you, because you've become like them. Chapter 4. New Camp and False Freedom. Some men break rocks, some break oaths, and some break away. Far from the reach of Gomez's guards, beyond the twisted woods and troll-haunted passes, lies the new camp. Not ruled by power, not guided by faith, just held together by coin, muscle, and fear. You hear whispers about them over the campfires. Mercenaries who answer to no one. Water mages plotting a way out. Smugglers, bandits, outlaws, survivors. They call it freedom. You want to see for yourself. The journey. You slip away during mining duty. Trade a handful of ore for directions from a shady butler with no teeth. Follow the river till it stinks less. If you hear howling, turn around. The forest is alive, in all the wrong ways. You fight a scavenger with your rusted dagger. It screeches. You bleed, you win, but barely. By sunset, you see smoke curling over water, tents, makeshift huts, armor stripped from dead guards. A camp built from rebellion. Welcome to the new camp. Lares and the mercenaries. The first man you meet is Lares, smirking, armored, assessing you like a buyer inspects a mule. Another refugee, he asks. We're not a charity. You want in, you pull your weight. The mercenaries train in the open. Big swords, bigger egos. They laugh louder than they should. Most are missing fingers. You watch a man arm wrestle a boar. The boar wins. These are not Gomez's guards. They're worse, because they have nothing to lose. The water mages. Deeper in the camp is a stone circle, cracked and humming. The water mages live here, robe-wrapped, cold-eyed scholars led by Saturas, a man who speaks like he's always on the edge of revelation or a nervous breakdown. They talk about energy fields, magical focus stones, ancient mechanisms buried beneath the rock. The barrier was meant to be controlled, one tells you. We're trying to re-establish balance. You don't understand half of it, but you understand the part where they say, we're working on a way to break the barrier. Hope flickers, then dies again. They've been working on it for years. The ore business. Here ore is currency, ore is weapon, ore is idol. The new camp floods the market, smuggling it out through unknown tunnels, trading with corrupt guards on the outside. You help unload a crate once. Inside 500 lumps of ore and a human foot. No one explains it, you don't ask. New friends, old mistakes. You try to settle in, try to carve a place for yourself. A man named Cypher teaches you how to roll swamp weed. You cough for an hour, then you see colors that shouldn't exist. A girl named Niraz flirts with you, then robs you. You're lucky you kept your boots. Lari sends you to spy on someone. You return with blood on your shirt. Good job, he says. You're learning. You don't remember what you learned, but you're still alive. Tension builds. Not all is well. The mercenaries are growing restless. The water mages are growing desperate. Rumors swirl, a missing focus stone, someone sabotaging the experiments, orcs moving near the mountains. You wake to shouting, someone has stolen ore, a man is hung upside down, bleeding from the eyes. They say it was an inside job. The ring of water. Laras pulls you aside. You're smarter than most of the worms crawling through this mud hole, he says. Then he tells you about a secret faction, the Ring of Water. They work in shadows. They want balance, not gold. They're watching the mages, watching Gomez, watching you. Don't answer now, Lares says. Just know everyone's watching something. Make sure what they see keeps you breathing. You came to the new camp hoping to escape the brutality of the old. Instead, you found a different kind of violence, smiling, hidden, just as deadly. You've traded chains for chaos. The rules are looser, but the punishment is permanent. And the worst part, you start to like it here.